the houses of the opulent, not in the houses of somebody like Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam. Thank you.
Now, one thing that the proposition has been continuously talking about is that education is a right. All of us know that education is a right and nobody over here is contesting that. The point in question over here is whether education is free and compulsory. Understand the fact that if a student does not want to pursue further studies, a compulsory law such as this will force him to do something that he does not want to do and thereby make him unproductive. But enough about them, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get down to something that rules education around India and around the world, and that is the political influences that govern it. Now let's understand, if education is made free and compulsory for all, there is no given parameter as to how to judge each student. Now sir, in such a situation, ladies and gentlemen, a mandal commission-like area will arise where people are selected on the basis of their caste or their income, etc., etc. So the point remains, ladies and gentlemen, over here, that free education does not differentiate between people. And understand, the Mandal Commission again created such political disturbances in India that till this date, the education system cannot run properly. Yes?
Point of information, yeah. Are you saying that giving education to people of lower classes, giving free education to the people of lower classes is wrong?
Sir, again, understand the point, education is a right. However, you cannot make that compulsory for each person.
But are you saying you can't provide it to the poorer people? You shouldn't provide it to the poorer people?
No, sir, understand the fact right now that when you're talking about making it compulsory for people, we're talking about making it whether we have to put it on people, and there is no clear way of defining such things. So that is what I am saying at the end of the day, that compulsory will not make it good for anyone sitting in this room. Now let's understand something as to what to teach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, over the past few years, there's been a great debate about whether standardized testing is the best way to go ahead. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why standardized testing is needed in the plan that they suggest is because then you will need a parameter to judge people. And given all the different social parameters, the economic parameters, systems such as this simply cannot function. The fact remains that standardized testing will require students to know subjects such as English and mathematics, which is not prevalent in some of the locations in the world. And given in countries such as Africa, which is still trying to develop, in the next 50 years, mathematics and science is not the way that will lead the world. They need vocational studies. And that is the entire thrust of our argument over here, that we cannot make it compulsory. In order for them to learn to earn their livelihood in their lives, they need the vocational skills that currently are not prevalent. That is what
point of information.
Yes.
Are you trying to say that by having standardized testing, we all know that there are state boards around India and there are two central boards, and these state boards catered particularly, especially in Gujarat and Bengal, particularly to the needs of those regions. Differentiated education can also be standardized, and it can be a way of providing vocational education. So are you completely disowning that one?
So thank you for the extremely good question. Now the point over here remains that each state board, let's take into consideration the countries over here. Understand the fact that mathematics is not something that is needed in every single board in the world. Though it is a right, it cannot be made compulsory. A child living in Africa might require the vocational skills that are required for his success, and mathematics is certainly not one of them. Now second of all, I was also like to ask the opposition to clarify this. The debate over here is whether it is compulsory and not whether it is a right. Granted, it is a right. Nobody in my team will go against that. However, we are asking for an explanation as to make it compulsory for a person who needs vocational skills to make his life a success. Thank you.
I'm Surya Prasad, and I'm here to speak for the proposition. At the Janaran